as I stand here in front of my my father, who died when I was 1 year old. This is the mural I have for him. I think very strongly about how he would want me to proceed, how he would want me to get the word out, to tell my brothers the truth, and that if I didn't do it, I could feel his pain, I could feel his suffering, and I can hearken him within me. I can hearken, hear his voice within me, not from the grave, but within me, a power that moves me forward. So this series that I'm going to impart on you is a part of what I feel from him. I don't. A lot of people say to me, "You died when you died when you died. He died when you was 1. So you don't even know him." No. I know my dad very well. I feel my dad every day. That's why I have his mural, to let him know I feel him. I know what I can feel you from the great beyond. Because you are still a part of me. And all of this is a part, the power that I have within myself, a lot of that comes from him. So no one can tell me that, I don't know my dad. I knew him very well. Strike that. I know him very well. Just as much as you know Christ very well, if you're a true Christian. So let's start out. Let's move forward and talk about the first set in a series. I think it's going to go 4, but it might go 5. And I'm going to throw them boom, 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 boom. So if you get 2 in the same day, make sure you take a gander at it at your leisure. If you get 1, or that, but they'll be coming in rapid succession. The first part for the Black Man's Guide is jealousy and fear. Now, we as black men, and just let me tell you that the reason why I'm putting these particular ones out, of course, is not only for this time, but it's for after the election and moving forward. Because I'll still be making videos, so you can come here and you can get it from a psychology expert such as myself. That's the first reason. The second reason is that no white man can talk to us about our psychology. Only another black man can do that. Intro me. Okay? And if you have any questions, please, or if you have any comments, as long as they're constructive comments, go right ahead. And any disagreements you might have. If you're part of the revolution and you have a disagreement about what I said in any of my past videos or moving forward, please. And if you have any issues, please contact me. You can write a comment and I'll definitely get back to you, no matter how busy I get. Now, jealousy and fear. First, let's do, and this is the beginning. This is the base part of us. And then I'll move all the way up to the higher part of us. Let's start with fear, because that is the very base of it. First of all, our fear, as far as being out on the Serengeti, served us well. Because if you're afraid, your adrenaline gets flowing, you might have to run a little faster. If you're afraid, you get stronger, blood pumping, all of those things Though that's from our evolution. Being the first man here, we needed all of that. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't be here now. So we needed all of that from the beginning to survive on that Serengeti, to survive on the plains of Africa, being the first human being here. Now, we also need it now to have our heads on a swivel in these days and times. And when you're afraid, it's not being a coward. It's something inside of you that says, hey, it's a warning. It's a warning. It's like, we invented the stoplight, right? So it's like telling us, hey, it's not your turn to go. Stop. There's traffic coming from different places, right? So it is a warning. It is not something to be shunned. It is not something to be looked down on. It is not something to say, well, I ain't afraid. No, that's okay. It's okay to be afraid. How you control that fear is the most important thing. If something is coming at you, or you're out on the street, or a police officer comes to stop you, and you can look at my video on leadership, and I give you a guide to how to handle that. If you have any questions, or go back and read or watch that video. If you have any questions moving forward, just go ahead and ask. So your fear is something there to protect you. It's a shield. You see what I'm saying? It's a shield against other brothers that ain't got no sense. Unfortunately. Okay? So, but at these days and times, you want to keep your head on a swivel. When you walk out that door, I'm not telling you to be afraid of the white man. I'm telling you, watch that man in that uniform. Because, for all intents and purposes, he could be the enemy. And then again, I don't have any fear of my local police. But when I go outside of Vandergrift, I got my head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? Because I live out here in the country. It might be quiet here in Vandergrift, but when I drive out, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So that fear is not anything to be afraid of inside of you. Use it. Understand it. Listen to it. That's your body telling you that you better watch what you're doing. Okay? Now the second one is not so as much as useful now as it was in the past. And that's jealousy. Jealousy, we brothers, just, I'm gonna give it to you straight. We got egos the size of the Milky Way galaxy. Okay? So we have to realize that we have to realize that that part of us also, like our fear, comes from being the first person here. And we wanted to be in control, and we had to be in control because physically we're bigger and stronger than not only our female counterparts, but our children. So we had to, any other black man that came, we had to, and he was trying to be with our, our kids or whatever. That all comes from back then. And that jealousy helped us to protect our tribe. You know what I mean? Our little clique. I don't want to call it that other word because it's been perverted. But our tribe, we had to protect, our group. And being jealous, was a part of that. That's kind of the same thing as fear. You know what I mean? The fear gave us the warning, and the jealousy was like, don't get too close. You know what I mean? Without permission. You see what I'm saying? And so what happened is that we carried that to now. Another brother raising our kids, we ain't cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And another brother, being around, or some dude come in from outside. He got a little bit more than us. We kind of want to get, okay. That part of us, we don't need as much now. Sure, you could be a little bit jealous you got your girl or whatever. But to be overly jealous, to want to get into a physical confrontation with another black man over a woman at this day and age, You know what I mean? Because it takes two to tango. And I mean, if she's sending out that energy, and it is energy, the white man call it endorphins and all of that, chemical. And look, man, it's energy. Another brother knows when his girl. Another brother knows that if dude's walking with his girl, if she's feeling him, she's sending out that energy. So you to fight over that, at the end of the day, you're gonna lose anyway, because why? You know what I'm saying? She feeling him on that. So be mindful of these feelings and these energies inside of you. It is energy. It is an energy that is telling you certain things are going on around you. Just like you have to protect yourself from that white man, you got to protect yourself from that black woman that's, not sending out that energy that should be sent to you. And my advice to you is to move on. Like a older black brother told me, he said, black women are like buses. You know what I mean? You might miss one, or you might have been riding one. You might have to get off and wait for the next. You see what I'm saying? She ain't got nothing more than what the next black woman has, or a white woman, or Asian woman. Me, I don't discriminate. If you tickle my fancy, that's it. I'm hanging with you. I'm about it. You see what I'm saying? So don't allow these things to disrupt your focused state of mind. Don't allow that. Don't allow these things to disrupt that. Understand what they are and understand what they're doing to you physically, and then let them pass through. If you're afraid of something, you feel your heart pumping, stomach, wherever you feel it, understand it and look around. Make sure that your surroundings are you're in a safe environment for yourself. If that woman is giving off a vibe to some other nigga or whatever, hey, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just good to step back and let her be her. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to be like, what the hell are you looking at, ho, and calling her this. Nah, The best way to handle jealousy in yourself and jealousy from a woman, in other words, she wanting you to be jealous, she want to get inside your head. The best way to handle that is to be a man. Step back. Be an advanced black man. You know what I mean? You no longer on the Serengeti. We need you from those things that we had. They worked for that period. But the things that we have now, we have to use for this period. My jealousy now is something that tells me about my feelings from the past, and they tell me something about who I am now. I have to be cool. I have to understand that life don't revolve around me. You see what I'm saying? And when you do that, you'll have a better understanding of what you need to do going forward. Now, the next, like I said, these will come in quick succession. I don't want to keep you. If you have any questions, like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll talk to you later.